The current state of Marvel Rivals is, in all meaning of the word, cooked. And while Vanguards and Duelists are the main perpetrators of recent buffs, especially Duelists, I think no one draws enough attention to strategists as a whole. As a 30-hour main on Jeff, I think we are single-handedly the most coddled class on this game. First, let me talk about Vanguards, the trench boys and girls, the front line. Most would think that since they are the more tame people of this community that they don't get broken characters. Wrong. Captain America's complained about, Venom's complained about, and that's just to name two. But the main ones are Penny Parker and Devil Dinosaur. On release, Devil Dinosaur, according to the pro players, the people that are like Celestial, like top 500, said that Devil Dinosaur had so little counterplay that he was either a mandatory pick or ban. Penny, like I myself, I wouldn't say that she's as broken as Devil Dinosaur, but she's just like a nuisance to play against. Like you don't destroy those spider nests, she basically gets free damage off of you, and even if you're playing with her, she would jip your finals. It's crazy. And I played Penny like about an hour and a half, maybe even more. I had such a boring time on her, and that's why even if I do play Penny Parker, she stays on defense. Like I would never play her on offense. Moving on to Duelist, the most saturated role in this game. Now, you can play the role three types of ways: poke, dive, or brawl. Poke is called poke with heroes like Namor, Cyclops, and Phoenix are considered poke slop because they are hit scan and have insane damage potential. Dive characters are heroes like Black Panther, Magic, and Daredevil. Their job is to live in the backline and get picks. Usually, dive duelists have great mobility and great combo, great combo potential. Like they are very techy. They're like the more techy side of Marvel Rivals. Usually have like a lot of combos, especially Spider Man. Brawl duelists are the tank busters. Fast attack rate, lots of damage. They will melt through a tank, melt through a DPS, melt through a support, especially. Wolverine and Iron Fist are great at that. So great that they make our next role shed enough tears to fill a river trying to get pills from their team. Meet the strategist, the most coddled, babied, whatever you want to call it, tag in this game of Marvel Rivals. Now, most of the community hates the strategists like Cloak and Dagger, Jeff the Land Shark, Invisible Woman, just name a few. But we're going to start off with a bit of a curveball here. We're going to start off with Luna Snow. Luna Snow is basically a duelist that can pick and choose when to heal her team and when to be doing damage and getting finals. For for starters, she has a total of 6 legendary skins. Yes, 6. Jeff and Invisible Woman too, but and those are all like those three supports make up 3 out of 4 of the most legendary skins in this game. But we can't give a legendary skin to Ultron, right? She can two tap. She can two tap 250, I believe, targets. 250, 275 targets using 2 burst shots of her primary to the head. 2 or 3 burst shots of her primary to the head. Now, you'll be thinking, in the game, those headshots aren't guaranteed. Absolutely wrong. Absolute Zero, or her snowball, will freeze her target on hit and give her HP, so she can basically land those headshots for free if it's in a locked 1v1 in like an enclosed space. Moving on to Jeff. Since I'm a Jeff main, I'm not gonna say too much on Jeff because that's still my goat. You know what I'm saying? But there was a point in time where diving like a DPS using Jeff was genuinely viable. Also, pre-nerf Jeff NATO before they overhauled the team up system was a team wipe in like tame terms. It was a team wipe if it was used correctly. Invisible Woman has an interesting history on this game. She ended up earning the name Invisreal because of how brain dead she is as a character. Her primary can shoot out and return to her. It doesn't even have to bounce off a wall, but it can do that. So that's a crutch right there. I want to call that a crutch, no, because you still have to aim in general. But Anyways, her ultimate is busted. Like anyone who enters the ultimate is immediately slowed for free picks. Hides all the targets, and if you're not caught in the ultimate, your team, if the enemy Invisible hides your team in the ultimate, you can't see them, and you're basically healing into nothingness, and you're forced to go in there or not heal your team at all. And it is Invisible mains and it's C and D mains that are primarily considered the crybaby supports that will throw if you don't peel for them. Now, here we have the best for last. The most overtuned support on this game is Cloak and Dagger. Yes. Starting off, her kit has 3 bailouts, or 2 if you decide not to use a Luna Snow team up, but 99.9% of C&Ds are using the Luna Snow team up because it's that good. She turns into invincible ice, heals herself, and like the word invincible, she's impervious to damage. Her bubble is also what I would call another bailout, but it's not really much of a bailout. 55 healing per second and 60 burst healing. So yes, you're gonna be making out of that situation alive if you get the bubble popped on you. And lastly, she can swap the cloak and instantly pop the fade. As soon as she pops that fade, any teammate in the radius goes invisible, and she can float, and everyone in that like radius is immune to auto target. And all of these cycle into each other perfectly if you know how to use them correctly. Now, here is the problem with Cloak and Dagger. Her fan base, or their fan base technically, they are the most ignorant people on the internet. Yes, more ignorant than JJK LARPers, okay? Because they will they would die on the hill that C&D is not overtuned, and say that, oh, divers should just bait out the cooldowns. But that argument is just completely gone because the cooldowns cycle into each other perfectly. By the time she exhausts 2 and moves on to the third one, the first one is still back off cooldown, and she's able to keep healing her team and keep evading you. Also, the other roles don't have this issue. The other roles are willing to admit when their character is broken. Take Elsa Bloodsoul, for example. Like, she would run down lobbies on release. Take Devil Dinosaur, for example. On release, he would run down lobbies on release. Like, both of those characters were broken, and they bullied. I didn't do it, but they bullied Guang Guang into nerfing them. They're still good, just more manageable. Kinda iffy on Devil Dinosaur. He's more of like a damage feeder to the enemy team, like an ult farmer to the enemy team. But anyways, that's not my point here. My point is that C&D mains stay like in their own little world, that their character's not busted, that their character's not broken. It is just false. It's just incorrect. They know it's incorrect, and they're standing by it because as a whole, if they start backtracking, then they're wrong, and the last thing any human being wants to be is wrong. And I think I think that's like that right there for me. That's my personal like thesis or hypothesis or whatever you want to call it on why people hate strategist mains. Like, we are simply the most coddled in this game. Like, Guang Guang caters to us, and we still have the gall to say that we aren't. I never thought that. I bet if I played the other supports that I think that, but I played Jeff. I played season 9 Jeff. I got him to Lord. I had fun playing Jeff most of the time, unless I was going negative. But anyone doesn't like going negative unless you're a thrower. Then you're kind of odd. My point is, Strategists, you gotta say it with me. We are coddled.